be on here shortly, but I didn't give a specific time because I didn't know.
Well,
I told
shortly.
Daryl we'd be on at 9. So
What time is it now? 9?
9:08.
So is that on Snowball over there?
Yeah. I got you, man. I got you.
All right.
Please
So, oh yeah,
believe
I
me.
probably should turn down my ringer on my phone.
Yeah, but we're live right now.
Yeah, what's up?
Nobody.
Bitches.
I'm not looking.
Well, yeah. But
What are we starting with?
I don't know.
News?
Where's the pin?
Here's a pen.
Yay.
News?
Sure. No, where are we gonna start with the thing you were talking about with TNA?
Okay, news.
We can-
start with TNA.
We can bash on it for a minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Then we got it. Bada boom.
And then we'll do Lucha, NXT, and then we'll go on break, and then we'll do WWE Gas.
There you go.
That's it. That's the winner.
Sounds like a plan.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go. Do your thing.
All right, let's do it.
179.
179. All right. Live from La Cocina Studios is the 179th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel. This is Travis.
Okay.
I thank you so much for tuning
You're
in.
out of options.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one else.
Well, you can say Joseph.
Who?
Yeah. But yes, thank you for joining us today, guys. We very much appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, whether you're live or
Sorry.
if you're on the delay on the YouTube, thank you so much. Yeah, interact with us on the YouTube page, on the chat. We have Portia back behind there reading what you guys are saying and all your shenanigans. So if you have something cool to say, she'll read it and she'll let us know. So say
And
hi,
if it's
Portia.
not cool, we'll make fun of you.
Yes. Say hi, Portia.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. All right. So what are we watching on the telly right now in the background?
Commercials.
Creditrepair.com, the only way to get your credit checked to make
Hey.
sure ain't nobody stealing your identity, bitch.
They're not paying us to say that, so don't give them any pub, fuckers.
Yeah,
If they're
fuck that. It's all
advertising,
about Credit Karma anyway.
if they're advertising with TNA, they probably do better if they're advertising with us.
They're probably making more money than TNA.
Yeah. So yeah, TNA. That's what they're advertising on. We got that in the background. Why? Because it's just that time and there's nothing else. So yeah,
It's news.
news. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Your phone just fart?
Yes.
What the hell was that?
That's our new news sounder.
Okay, let's. Oh Lord.
It's that sound in the movie trailer where you know some shit's about to go down.
Okay, all right. What's
So
going
right
on?
now TNA's going down.
Ooh.
And praise the glory. Oh wait, no. In a fizzle. In a fizzle. They're gonna fizzle out.
It ends in a whimper.
In a phone fart, basically.
phone fart.
They're out of money.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
payment energy and
Haven't we had this story like every other week for the past 6 years though?
Yeah. And Jason Cook keeps saying that. Hey, see what I told you? TNA's doing well. It's the same thing with Parviz. So I guess they're still on the telly. So I guess they're doing well.
Yeah, episodes that were taped in January.
Ah.
Eric Young's on the television,
Yeah.
holding the title.
Uh
Even though he's been fired, even though he quit for weeks.
huh. All right. Why the hell are we watching and we're talking about?
why is
them
AJ
today?
on the screen? AJ Styles is on the screen right now.
Oh, because of the Best of AJ Styles DVD. That's going to be their only revenue for like the next 6 weeks.
You can find them at every IHOP and Waffle House
Yeah.
in the South Carolinas.
Basically, if somebody does not go to WWEshop.com and searches AJ Styles, but just searches AJ Styles on like Google, they're hoping that since there maybe be like the 5th or so hit down, that somebody actually click on that and buy AJ Styles DVD. But okay, all right.
I would rather watch an AJ Styles DVD than Total Bellas.
Okay.
TNA AJ Styles over
Okay.
Total Bellas.
Okay.
What do you know about Total Bellas?
I know that it's going to be a show with all the Bellas and their significant others, and not JBL. What's that dude's name? John Laurinaitis. Yeah, Laurinaitis. He's going to be on there with the Bella Mama, and yeah.
Damn, Al Snow got. Well, I'm sorry, I'm watching Impact and Al Snow's in the ring and God, I didn't even recognize him.
Why is it so distracting?
It's the fake. You're used to him with the long hair and a big like mannequin doll, and now he looks like
He looks
every
like
other
Steve
white guy.
Carino. He looks like Steve Carino.
He does kind
He
of.
looks like my dad.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh, that's an insult to my dad. And I don't really like him that much. Shit, Al Snow.
Please.
So
let's
is
stop
that
now.
how interested we are in Total Bellas?
I'm surprised I mentioned it in the first place.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, there's
like,
well, hold on. Going back to the impact, and the reason I think one of the reasons we brought that up.
We're still talking about this?
No, there's a reason for that.
Okay.
There was, I think, remember back in the day we had a thing called hashtag AskHWR.
Mhm.
People would ask us questions.
yeah.
Well, Scotland. I
Ah.
think you remember that.
Yeah.
And he actually gave us a question.
Oh, what's that?
And he says, well, if we're to, maybe, I don't know, buy out, if someone is to buy out,
What would you do with TNA?
what would you, if you had the potential, if you had the means,
Yeah.
what would you do with TNA?
Yeah.
Oh man, we didn't get the Shira shuffle. That's fucked up. Come on,
What?
man.
Who? What? Huh?
Oh, you know about the shuffle?
I don't know.
Man, you ain't cool.
Okay.
Sorry, Travis. Keep going.
Shuffle.
No, I'm more perplexed to how the fuck do you know anything about that?
You don't.
Because you don't watch Impact. You don't know. We're not gonna waste our time on this bullshit. And you're over here complaining and crying because this fucker isn't doing the shuffle.
So what did the Triple Scott ask?
Triple Scott. I like that.
Scott third. I don't know. What did he say? We just asked the question. We just said, like,
Okay.
if we have the means, what would you
What
do?
would you do with TNA? And I said,
Nothing.
sell it.
If you're Dixie,
but then he said, well, sell it to who or whatever. So we're gonna throw this out to the listeners right off the get go. Answer HWR.
Well, Scott says,
Okay.
if I was WWE, I'd buy TNA for the library.
After I told him what all the people that were there.
Yeah,
Because he said Sting and
AJ.
AJ. He said Sting and AJ.
Sting,
And then you
Rude,
said Team
Aries,
3D, Sting,
Joe.
Angle, Joe Styles, Aries, Rude. Rude.
Wobble Woo, and maybe
I'd sell it to Donald Trump. He could use some security, some good security. Half of that roster.
that ain't good security.
Why? Because they don't hit for real.
Yes. well,
Well, you know how Trump. He knows how to sell a stunner, right?
Ugh. Ooh, no. he's not.
Or remember the people that died tragically on 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Jesus.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
God, I missed that Slurpee machine.
So anyway, so are we all kind of in agreement? That's what we would do. Like we would just kind of sell it to Vince.
Burn it.
Burn it with fire? No, I would not burn it with fire. Yeah, I think.
Christian would be another person.
Yes.
Because he grew, I think, as a superstar.
He had a better run in TNA than he ever had in WWE. I'd say. I'd argue. I mean,
that's not
As a solo wrestler.
as a solo, yeah.
Is that really hard to do in a smaller? Like he's a bigger fish in a smaller pond.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Here's what he did. He rebranded himself. He wasn't Christian from Edge and Christian walking into TNA. He became Christian Cage. He had his own hand signal. He had his own catchphrases. He was being
He had all the condoms on his jacket.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you would look at Christian Cage on TNA compared to Christian from the 5-second pose, they're two different guys.
Yeah.
He made his own name there. He proved that you can go to another brand and actually recreate yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think, other than maybe Hulk Hogan going Hollywood and WCW, I don't think anybody was really successful in doing something different like that.
Well, he kept himself relevant.
Yeah.
That's I think the more because it got him back into.
He was going to be the Jannetty, and then he got in TNA, and then he was badass.
Yeah.
So people,
Although
to this day, he's not as popular or as good as Edge, but still, he's not like some Jannetty, fuck that guy. No, he's still pretty cool and relevant.
Edge on the Edge and Christian show, he couldn't even remember Jannetty's last name. I just watched 2 episodes back to back of Edge and Christian show. God damn, that show's.
Dude, that show is the best damn thing on the network. I swear. Like,
What happened to Table for 3?
it's better than Table for 3. It is.
That's gonna get beat by Camp WWE so fast.
Probably.
I can't wait for Camp WWE.
Yeah.
Total Bellas, nobody cares. We already talked
No,
about
hold
TNA.
on. I didn't say nobody cares. Actually, I might be interested in it because
Because
it
of who
takes-
you live with and what they
No.
watch.
No. Actually, Randy doesn't watch Total Divas, but I think it's taking the better part of Total Divas, and because like Total Divas, let's face it, has been the Bella show.
Mhm.
You take the Bellas out of it and give them their own show, and you're just kind of concentrating down Total Divas. So I'm cool with it, especially if we're gonna get more Brian, because we're not going to see him on regular WWE TV, and again with Cena and Laurinaitis. I think those three right there. is
Cena's
enough.
actually okay on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So explain his ratings on Grit.
True Grit. I don't know. I don't know what the ratings are. I didn't watch the show.
I don't care.
We tried to watch. Like Portia turned it on. Like what? You said you only could take like the first 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's still a Broken Skull challenge.
Yeah, because I would totally rather see Daniel Bryan on Total Bellas than in a ring.
I'd rather see Daniel Bryan than not see Daniel Bryan.
Here's another question: Is the Bella show that replacing Divas?
No, it's an addition to.
Really?
Yeah.
So Total Divas just literally became the SmackDown of the.
No, because the reason I thought that was because of the women's division.
Yeah.
And we asked, what's going to happen to the old Divas? Oh, I figured that's a perfect transitional
Yeah.
thing to do.
I would think so too, and I think that would be a perfect solution for that problem. Getting rid of the word diva, get rid of Total Divas, rename it Total Bellas, have it as a spin-off, and that's it. But for some reason, they're keeping the both, and that might be a bit of a mistake, especially if you're gonna have a full dose of Bellas on Total Divas and their own show, that's gonna be too much goddamn Bellas. But if it's where, like you're saying, the SmackDown, where everybody else, the Usos and Naomi and all the others, that are
The
aren't
nobodies.
Bellas. Well, I wouldn't say nobodies. Paige isn't the nobodies, but
Once she starts talking.
get out of here. All right. Well, okay.
Speaking of nobodies, Adam Rose and Connor got suspended.
Oh, why did they get suspended?
Strike two. on the
cares?
drop punt. Moving on. Brighten your spirits. Lucha Underground. Now I got your attention.
Well,
Yeah.
is that part of the news, or are we moving on? to
Part of the news.
Oh,
Well, we can transition if you
well,
want.
not yet. But what's the news on there?
MVP was supposed to be on season 3 of Lucha,
They got
and then enlighten the people.
About what? I don't know.
Okay.
I know there's some big spoilers that have been out. Big news regarding spoilers for season 3. I didn't watch it. I didn't click on anything.
Apparently, it wasn't a big spoiler. It was a minor spoiler that was on his podcast. I guess MVP has a podcast. Who'd have thunk it?
It doesn't at this point.
Yeah. So he had a podcast. He said something he wasn't supposed to. That was kind of a minor spoiler that didn't really matter. I'm not sure what the spoiler is because I wanted to avoid it. But from what I hear, it wasn't that big of a deal. And then Lucha Underground was like, wait, you just give away spoilers. See ya. Bye. And apparently MVP was butthurt about it and took
He
to
had
social media
Lucha
again.
guests on his podcast.
Yeah.
And that's how the
Wait,
conversation
so MVP was going to be on season 3. He is going to be on season 3.
was going to be on.
Was. So he didn't film. He wasn't in any takings.
I guess not. He had a contract and he was supposed to be.
And then he kind of busted out on his podcast. And then they said, "Fuck you, you're out of here." And he's like, "Okay, bye, bitches, deuce." And that's it.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Is that an exclamation of that?
That's
you
that's a very good summation. All right. Is that the end of the news?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we have anybody commenting on news over there, Portia? I saw you scribbling away on your little notepad there.
It's not anything wrestling related, but Dylan wanted to know about how y'all feel about McGregor retiring.
Oh, you were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, I was bringing this up earlier.
Yes, you and McGregor.
Man,
Is that what she said?
Ron McGregor.
Okay. Connor. Yes.
I didn't believe it at all. So I had to explain this to you because
Yeah, I didn't know.
you thought I was talking about some wrestler.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So
I knew who it is.
Conor McGregor a few weeks ago went to an MMA fight, and one of the fighters on the card died about a week after
From the
fight. He died.
Really?
Injuries from the fight. He
Wait,
died.
was this in UFC or somewhere else?
No, this is another organization. So
One of those TNA places.
yeah, SmackDown,
Bellator.
Whamma. So
Whamma?
that's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said, "You know what? I'm going to retire young. Thanks for the cheese" on Twitter. Done. That's it.
Wow.
And he's got a fight coming up against Nate Diaz, the guy that beat him a couple months ago when McGregor tried to step up to the next weight class above him to fight him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that fight's still going to go on or not, but
Can you do that with a contract with UFC? Can you just up and quit?
CM Punk did it.
Well, it's too different.
Yeah.
I don't know the particulars on all that. It's just
Like if they already signed
UFC lawyer.
But I see declare. If he's white, he's right.
I don't know why I slapped my leg and not old Dingy over here. Old Dingy.
I can understand why. I mean, he won't be the. I mean, how many young guys in wrestling, for example, Edge? You didn't see his retirement coming.
Right.
Obviously, we've been waiting for Daniel Bryan for a year and a half before he cut us off at the tip. And Conor McGregor, I mean, it doesn't shock me. I mean, if anything, dude, if there's any asset WWE can grab right now, it's that guy.
You think so? Why?
He's got a mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a heel. He's a
He
heel.
sells fights. He's a straight up like. I don't want to say metrosexual. He's an upgraded version of Ric Flair.
No.
You want Ric Flair
no.
in 2015?
No.
That's Conor.
EC3.
Ooh. Says the guy bashing TNA earlier.
yeah.
Say what it is, man. That's the character.
He knows how to put asses in seats.
Mhm.
He knows how to sell a fight.
He knows how to get under the opponent's skin.
Well, with him retiring from MMA because, you know, of the unfortunate passing of that dude, do you think that he'll still associate any type of TV fighting publicity type thing with that? Even though it's not MMA, it's WWE. Do you think it's similar enough that he would not be willing to do it because it would remind him
It's a
too
different
much?
beast. It's a different environment altogether.
And I wouldn't say he would have to wrestle either, because there's been guys that play football and have boxed and have wrestled in UFC and fought UFC that
Yeah.
say wrestling's harder. So it's not like he's going into a paradise by coming into WWE just to
Sure.
wrestle.
Yeah.
So you have a guy like that teaching young kids backstage, especially in the newer crop of wrestlers in NXT that are trying to blend in that mixed martial arts with lucha libre and Muay Thai and the regular old school
Yeah.
catch-as-catch-can wrestling.
Yeah.
He could fit in.
Okay.
There's a spot for him.
Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, that's interesting.
I think I saw, I don't know how accurate it is or whatever, but a friend of the show, Jim Keel, he said that he noticed that Connor's apparently started following like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon and all these other
Really?
people on Twitter. So red herring or coincidence? I don't know.
Oh, it's just a follow on Twitter, so you can't read too much into it, right?
Says the guy that retired on Twitter.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's doing a lot of his wheelings and dealings on the Twitcher.
Yeah. On the Twitter machine.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah.
Actually, he's not gonna fight Nate Diaz. Dana White took him off.
Really? So that's officially done.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Guys, again, if you're so inclined.
Whoever asked that question, thank you for losing our listeners, because our listeners don't like UFC talk.
Well, that's not necessarily so.
We'll
But
see in the downloads.
yeah, I know. What? They're talking about UFC. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck this.
TNA, UFC, up and unsubscribe these motherfuckers so fast.
Find out where they live.
I want to talk about Bullet Club, goddammit.
Yeah. All right. Phew. Again, our Answer HWR question: what would you do with TNA? Did we get anybody that already chimed in? If not, we'll get to them next week.
Yeah, next
not
week.
yet.
Next week. Okay, so go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/HoustonWrestling Let us know what you think about that. We'll probably put up a post on there so you could just comment on the thread. Also, if
You're
you're
looking
on,
at Gail
on
Kim,
the
aren't you?
Twitter machine,
I'm seeing. I'm sorry. I'm seeing the Decay. I guess that's her name. The Decay in the ring on Impact. And I remember another news story that came out. Apparently, there's an indie wrestler. He's suing Dixie and TNA and all this because of the crazy
Gimmick
Steve.
infringement.
Gimmick infringement for
what?
Yeah.
Crazy Steve.
Oh, come on, man! Like a crazy clown gimmick. How original could that fucking be?
He said no.
Really?
He said there was some specifics that he's
Mannerisms.
Really?
specifically taken
Yeah.
from that character. So.
I don't know. I mean, come on. That's like such a-
Almost everything in wrestling is taken from
Yeah.
everyone else in
That's
the
true.
cast of wrestling anyway.
Dude, no, there's nothing new under the sun in wrestling, dude. Seriously.
Whoever's suing TNA for gimmick infringement is going to get sued by Insane Clown Posse for their gimmick infringement.
Yes.
And Insane Clown Posse is going to get sued by the ghost of Brandon Lee for gimmick infringement.
There you have it.
And then the lawyers at TNA is gonna laugh like, "Fuck, we don't have any money. Here, sue us. We don't give a shit."
Here, we'll give you stock.
Well, I'm not a big time gimmick infringement lawyer, but
How many more pages of stock do you want? Here.
we'll go settle this out in the court. Do you like fried chicken?
TNA, the only place that gives you stock written on toilet paper.
Why is this ink brown?
And there's nuts in it.
Ah. Okay, let's move on.
Lucha Underground!
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh, ow.
Pick
Fuck.
something. He's taking too long.
Yeah,
Pick
it takes too
something.
long.
Oh,
You're the one with the notes.
and I'm the one that fucked up last week, so you go.
Yeah. Look at
Okay,
your
kill
notes.
shot against our hitters.
Shit, right? He's the one with the fucking notes.
Kill shot against our hitters. Go.
The finisher. I like that. The electric chair into the cradle pile driver.
Yeah,
That was sweet.
that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Loved
But I
it.
do like how Killshot has a whole new moveset pretty much.
Yeah, like he's really added to his repertoire.
Ooh,
Yeah, so, yeah.
fancy word of
Vince McMahon word right there. All right. Match of the weekend?
No.
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 No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember who we fought.
Argenis?
The white one.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The man from
I thought you would relate.
He's still Mexican.
Daga. What's your first impression of Daga?
I thought it was cool. He kind of seemed like Dragon Azteca Jr. or Junior. Like, I don't know. I kind of just got like this vibe that, oh, that's Dragon Azteca, but not Dragon Azteca. Wait, what the hell's going on? Why do we have a clone? But I don't know.
No idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm-mm.
I think to ask me the question, I don't know who the guy was. And like he came out and I was like, am I supposed to know who he was? Like, because I didn't know. Who is he? Like, was he?
Okay.
Is he from AAA or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The promo from Dario Cueto backstage before the match kind of tried to put him over.
Right. Yeah. So it's because it was a mystery because he got in his chair and says, I needed I waited for you to come in here or whatever. He made it like a big deal. It was like a big reveal of who this person was. And I saw the face and then this.
Were you impressed?
Not really.
I wouldn't say I was completely unimpressed, but I was just like, okay. It was his first go out. He didn't really,
In Lucha Underground, to
Wasn't
stand out,
setting the
you
world on
need
fire.
something. You need something different to get you noticed. And to me, he just seemed like a wrestler.
Especially with all that like build up with him talking to Dario in the back, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just as vicious," and then he goes loses. He lost. So it's like,
That's like
okay.
the thing now in Lucha. Like if you're debuting, you're gonna lose.
Which, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing in wrestling. Generally, your debut, you lose. Okay, that's fine. But if you're trying to build the character and build somebody up, then you built him up that low in a backstage segment, and then you just
No. It should be.
bed.
It could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. But I noticed when he lost, it wasn't like, oh shit, he lost. It was like, oh, he lost because that's what Lucha does. That happened to PJ Black. I think he lost the debut.
Did he? Yeah.
Someone else, another big
Cobra
guy.
Moon won.
Matanza won. Holy shit, did he win?
No, but the names, like these big surprise people that they bring in, they lose.
MVP lost. He didn't even get aired yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
He dropped that before the damn match started. But that's what I'm saying. I wasn't surprised when he lost.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna need something to make him stand out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Tejano,
He's got the bull rope.
yeah, he's got well,
He's a mean alcoholic.
he's a brawler. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler, but he's a brawler, so that's all you pretty much need
He's
for
a
that.
Texan from California.
From Baja, Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexicali or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He's from that fucking.
It's like her mom's water broke in Cali, but she like popped in like Tijuana. So it
something
kind of
like
sucks.
that. Yeah.
She's kind of playing both sides.
Yeah.
He's a lesbo, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. Jump ropes on the
There's no way to transition from that wonderful story, but
lesbo.
the back. I wanted to talk real quick. The backstage with Dario setting up the trios team of Brian Cage, Mundo, and
Yeah.
Kaya.
That would have been perfect and amazing if we didn't have the week before where they always try to pull off that shit without the backstage stuff. With what was it? Moth,
Oh, yeah,
Mariposa,
yeah.
and Mac. Like we kind of knew, okay, the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to recreate the whole thing with the other team from last year, and like that's pretty much what this backstage segment was about. Hey, last year I threw together this team and it worked, and da-da-da. Like, okay, cool, and I liked it. If that was the only instance, not when we saw it before.
Yeah, like
I don't
Dario
know.
in this one, he's being very cheeky in this scene. Like he was very
Which I liked.
like he was like I think Cage even stopped and was like, okay, you're gonna this is the part where you team the two guys up that don't want to team them together, right?
Yeah.
And then like they're being like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
What made me laugh was when Cage he says, okay, I'm not a man, and he's like, yeah, I know, you're a machine. We get it. And there's something else it's escaping me at this time, but there's another in that scene. There's another thing where Dario was just like, kind of like blowing him off, like
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but that last bit
The
where
whole thing was pretty good.
yeah, very.
It was well done.
It was very meta. Like
Yeah.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah. But they should have done that and not do the whole damn angle all over again with Marty Kosamak and
The best part was in Dario's office. His name tag on the desk was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, when we were watching that, Randy said, I want that for my desk.
I already ordered one.
You did? No, you didn't.
Office Depot.
You did? Oh, my fuck.
But I'm in the drive-thru and no one ever sees it, so that was a big for me.
You should definitely put it like in the drive-thru window.
I'm gonna bring it for the show. Right here on the laptop, so you see it right here. Right in
Yeah.
That is Max. I didn't think of it. I'll get some for y'all. I'll make up some quotes for y'all.
Randy thought of it. She just didn't act on it like you did.
And she's a jerk because she has sense.
Yes.
I'll have one for you that says, I like it in every hole.
Like,
You're not wrong.
oofta. So, Chris, Lucha Underground, pick something.
Next week, Matanza gets no muertes.
Okay, backstage segment this week with Mil Muertes back there praying to something or someone, and what's her name? The seductive one.
My baby mama.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Why can't I remember her name?
Katrina.
Katrina. There you go. Yes, Katrina.
I don't know if it's the broken AC you're thinking about Katrina, but I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's a little bit of both. Katrina is like, hey, we summoned the dead again. Are you cool with that? Pretty much. Are we cool with this? Are we cool with this? With the Disciples of Death coming back for the Trios tournament? Do we care?
I don't. Yeah, they're gonna lose probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
Not go very far in the tournament?
They're all gonna get killed by Cage. There you go.
Because he's a machine.
Spoiler alert. Oh my god. I just spoiled it for season 7.
They're not that far ahead. All right.
What else we got? Is that it for Lucha?
That's it.
No,
for
what was the main
Lucha.
event? What was the main event?
Well, you talked about Taya Mundo and Cage. They fought Puma 619.
Oh, yeah, this was
yeah.
This was
That's a match of the week candidate
That's
for
the
me.
match of the weekend as well for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my pick.
Me
Come back
either.
to it. I'll have to be persuaded.
It's not gonna be my pick. It was a good match.
Dude, that was like,
This is very fast paced,
yeah.
which it should be for those guys.
Yeah. They have a higher level expectation for a match.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you gotta grade them on a little higher scale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you think about Taya going out there and again, just like going after
Oh my
it?
god. So I was watching this with my nephew
Okay.
at his parents' house. This is the first time that he watched an episode of Lucha from start to finish. And
Okay.
he's like, what's the girl doing there? Is she a manager? Autistic, by the way, so he thinks it's like real, so I don't ruin it for him at all.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, is like, wait, is she gonna fight those dudes? He's like, oh my god, I don't want her to get hurt by those dudes.
By that machine.
Look at that big guy. Then she starts beating up on Rey Mysterio, and he's like, that big guy needs to get her.
Junior for the win. Yeah.
And he's like, I don't get it. It's like, dude, everybody's the same. Like, I even did the Mortal Kombat reference, and he kind of understood.
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess. Poor girl.
So basically, what you're saying is you wanted to go back and show them season 1 episode when Sexy Star was getting beat down by all 3 members of the crew.
Oh yeah.
That was brutal.
Holy crap.
That's like a red wedding of pro wrestling.
Look at you, the pop culture reference.
Yeah.
I don't even watch Game of Thrones. I don't know where that came from. That's it for Lucha. Let's get out of the ghetto.
Okay.
NXT Neighborhood.
Ah, yes.
Pick
Y'all
something.
remember NXT
Barely.
Fuck, match of the week candidate. I
I
could not stop smiling through that match.
Yeah,
Fucking Ty Dillinger played off him so well.
dude, I
So
loved
well.
what Ty was doing in that match. Like I was thinking, oh, poor Ty, he's gonna job out to Shinsuke. This is gonna be like a complete Shinsuke showcase. But no,
He goes
Ty-
up, Shinsuke goes up to the ref.
like, what is this? What is he doing?
Does he have jellyfish hands?
Yeah,
Am I
no,
supposed
it's supposed to be like, ugh, not-
No, they both played off each other with their taunts and everything just right. And the crowd,
Poor crowd.
you said you wanted to say something about the crowd first.
It was the layout of where that was.
Okay, they were in Dallas.
Okay, so
This
like
was still in the tapings from the WrestleMania. week.
here's your entrance, here's all the people. Yay, congratulations. It looked like it was Full Sail. But then out here bled into the whole convention.
Wow, that's really not going to do well in the podcast version.
Right.
You
Hell no,
YouTube
the hell with the
people.
listeners. They should be watching this by now.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine the NXT show being in the garage and you can hear it echoing in the rest of the house. So all that sound is gone. That's what that NXT vibe was.
Okay.
Like it wasn't it wasn't enclosed like the Kay Bailey Hutchinson when they had Takeover. It
Okay.
was like in the corner, but the rest was still
Wait, this
open.
wasn't a KB. What
This
was
was-
it?
This wasn't in the arena where
Okay.
they had NXT. This was on the open floor where Access was. So it wasn't a closed arena. It was like in the corner on the
Did
side.
you go to that?
No, I didn't.
Did you
but
go to
I
that
saw
one?
enough pictures
You
from
did?
people that went, and it's wide open.
Okay.
So, the complaints that wrestlers have when they wrestle in stadiums because instead of the sound
Coming
going,
back down.
it goes up.
Okay.
That's the kind of vibe that they were. The issue they were
You know
having.
what? That didn't come across on the telly. What came across was the crowd was dead. Because there's
Okay.
The problem-
Okay.
And the second problem with that was, I don't know if any listeners caught this last week. I announced when we did the NXT preview, I said Nakamura was wrestling Samson. That was a match that was taped first. I bet when they aired that match, there's going to be a huge ass pop because nobody was expecting Nakamura.
Oh, okay.
By that match, by Nakamura versus Dillinger, they had already taped 4 episodes worth of NXT that we're going to be getting on the network. That
Really?
crowd would have been gassed as fuck. Like
Yeah,
if they mixed
yeah,
up,
I
if they mixed up a lot of these matches out of order from the time that they taped from the beginning when everybody sat down,
They're gonna be like, "Yay!" And, oh.
yeah. So that's where there were times where like crowds were trying to chant stuff and they just it was like, oh, like they were spit.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, towards the end, the Nakamura was like, oh, man, they aired the wrong one. I would have loved to see Samson get chopped down like a redwood.
Okay.
From Nakamura.
You saying all that makes sense. However, Portia, you just said you were there.
Mhm.
How was the feeling there? Were they? Can you corroborate with what Chris just said?
Yeah, it was pretty awkward just for the sheer fact, like, the open, like, there was, like, bad, like, not bad echoing, but more so, like, everything was kind of drowned out.
Okay.
And we only got a chance to see, like, the last match, which was, like, a tag team match.
No.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay. All right. Well, there you
The
go.
hard camera side literally was all standing room only.
Really?
Yeah. And then you could still hear, I couldn't hear it too well, but you could still hear, like, smatterings of everything else going on in the background. So that's probably where it drowns out, where you don't hear a big
Well,
crowd pop.
presentation-wise, they did get a job of making it look like it was like
A house show.
yeah,
Yeah.
Full Sail or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it took me a while. I didn't realize it at first. It was like halfway through the first match, like, oh shit, they're not even in Full Sail.
Yeah.
But I knew something was off. I just couldn't, put a finger on it.
All right.
But going back to that match, it was good. Ty Dillinger didn't get squashed.
Yeah, like I expected him to.
Yeah, and he did play off.
Mhm.
I like it. I like how his attitude comes off like I don't know who you are. Like he's so ignorant and stupid. Like he doesn't know to be like intimidated by this.
He's a new Tyler Breeze
Yeah. Yeah.
in a good way.
Tyler Breeze 2.0.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Tyler Breeze 1.0, it looks like it's not really
Tyler
working.
Breeze about to reboot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Tyler.
Tyler.
Fucking. All right, what else? we have?
Nicole would. How about Bailey against Liv Morgan?
I didn't know whose entrance music that was when they hit Liv's music. I was like, who the hell is this? Like, oh, Joyzy girl. Oh, okay. So I'm happy about this. I'm happy that they're kind of giving her a little bit more. That's cool.
Well, they have to. I mean, they have to start bringing in new people and
Yep.
and establishing their divisions a little bit more. Sorry.
replenishment.
Yeah. So, I mean, the match itself was fine. It was just kind of weird. Like I didn't know. I mean, the commentators did a good job of explaining. You know, Bayley just lost, and it's their first match since losing, and they explained like how her losing the belt at the takeover, it kind of like took the steam out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's kind of where we're at right now when we're looking at her. But the Liv chick, Liv Morgan, yeah. Like, was she heel or face? I don't know, because she's going against such a fan favorite. It's kind of hard to say. Like, I don't feel bad for her because, like, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, but you could have said the same thing about Nakamura and
Sami Zayn.
no, the dude that we were just talking about. Yeah, Dillinger. It's like, oh, poor Dillinger. He's not
Well,
out.
the fans had fun with that one.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been
She's
the same.
11 chance.
That was hilarious.
You were probably the last one to watch it out of the whole group. What was your first impression seeing friend of the show, Tessa Blanchard?
Yes. It shocked me. I didn't know that she was anywhere near NXT.
Mhm.
I think it might have been you able.
Yeah.
It's probably just like a one-off, like when they just,
Might be, yeah.
But hopefully she impressed the right people, and she'll be signed.
For as short of a time span as she's been wrestling, and for as young as she is, dude,
Untapped
Yeah.
potential.
yeah, there's if they can get her into the Performance Center early, she's going to be one of those people that I don't mind her not being like an indie darling or whatever, being somebody like Baron Corbin, where it's like, oh, you just went into the Performance Center and you're like totally WWE'd out. I don't mind it with her because we've seen her a little bit on the indies. She's only been out there about a year, and like she has the attitude. Big surprise, because you know what? Look at who her daddy is. She grew up in the damn, universe or world of wrestling. So, yeah, business. Yes, thank you. So yeah,
Or as the cool people say, business.
Nobody says that.
I just did.
Nobody says that.
Kaz and Daniel say that.
No body.
Who hated Bliss's finisher?
I did. It didn't look like a finisher.
But it looked like
It looked like
Like a tantrum from an 8-year-old?
an acrobatic, like something like a gymnastic would do to set up a bigger thing. I don't know. It just
let's
Like a
catch
setup spot rather than a finish?
it didn't look like a finisher. It's like she hit her with a move and then pinned her.
Okay. Ow. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's the end of the match.
Didn't she have like a flying?
She had
something
that
off-
sparkle splash where she would basically invert herself, so kind of just do a twist where instead of landing flat,
Right.
she like turns.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
So why she pitch that?
I don't know.
Go back to that because this other one's stupid. But I think that brought up a little conversation between us as we were talking about it. Tessa Blanchard, daughter of Tully Blanchard from the Four Horsemen,
Right.
So we have she's a wrestler going around. We have obviously the WWE
Charlotte.
Women's Champion Charlotte, daughter of Ric Flair, and we have some other second, third generation female wrestlers out there now, but
For like the first time ever, almost.
yeah,
Just in the last couple of years, that's been an actual thing.
yeah. So I think Natty was the first one.
Natty,
yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I struck this question you guys when we were talking when we were watching this match. Like the word Four Horsewomen has been kind of a thing thrown around.
Right.
Yeah. We actually have a potential. I would think that WWE would want to market on, copyright and be able to make money off of
Yeah.
Four Horsewomen. And you have
The real Four Horsewomen. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have two legitimate offspring of the Four Horsemen.
WWE Hall of Fame Four Horsemen.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
So that's 50% of the group. Who would you have as the final two? It doesn't have to be necessarily from lineage or offspring or anything, but who would you
Or from
incorporate?
WWE.
Yeah. So who would you have as your Four Horsewomen?
Well, if you want to definitely make it like second generation and third generation wrestlers, you're kind of limited. So, and especially if you're,
It could be an evolution type thing.
yeah, it could be
Bring in some new
Like
ones.
Wyndham and Sid
Bring in-
and Luger.
Randy Orton's daughter. What?
Not that new.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but again, if you're going back to second generation wrestlers, I mean, who do you got? Tamina?
Don't even look at second
Okay.
generation. Just look at the best of the best women's wrestlers.
Okay, so if we assume
Oh
that
no.
if we assume that we're going with Tessa and Charlotte, who other two would you shove in there to make a real?
I think we're
four-horsewoman?
kind of dicking ourselves because Tessa isn't really the best right now.
right.
but
But the storyline, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought the whole point of the fourth horsewoman was because of the lineage.
That's
Like,
that's
I was-
kind of what I was getting to.
Man, I might be the minority, but there was a lot of potential wasted with Lacey Von Erich in TNA. She has height.
Potential.
She has height. I love the way that, her bringing back her grandpa's claw. And I just thought she was hot.
Yeah, that's pretty much it with her. You know, even then,
Better than Tamina. What does Tamina have on the table?
Well,
not a whole lot.
Okay, wait,
Adam.
okay. Speaking of Von Erich, like
She could be Mongo.
her. You're not wrong.
Ain't it pretty? Ain't it pretty? Y'all remember that promo?
I'm done.
I can tell.
It looks. You lost a few more hairs when you ripped your hat out.
Oh no.
Give us an opinion. Give us
Okay,
an
no. So the Von Erich, how long ago was that in TNA?
5 years ago.
Is she still even wrestling anymore?
Maybe.
Because I'm saying if she is still wrestling, maybe she's improved since what we saw her in.
I would hope so. If she's still wrestling.
Yes.
I'd put your hat back on. It's a very negative, like J.J. Abrams lens flare going over that dome of yours. Put that back on. Or we'll suffer the wrath of Khan.
Nah.
So there could be untapped potential with her too.
Okay.
So that leaves one more option, or one more pick there.
I don't know.
Would you turn Natty and make her a part of it?
No. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Okay, then what about this? What do you have 3 from the lineage and then 1 outsider?
One outside of the lineage.
Yeah.
And who would it be? Okay, I'll tell you who it's not. It's not
Here we go.
Sasha. It's not Becky, and it's not Bailey. They should be the face horsewomen. Like, oh, we're trying to be horsewomen. That they need to be the ones that
That'd be
the
the-
real horsewomen.
That'd be the rival.
Yeah, that'd be the rival. That's the ones the real horsewomen should get.
So there's
pissed
the
off at.
Freebirds.
They'd be the ponies.
They're the Freebirds. Yeah.
How about this? Emma. Emma be pissed off enough at everyone else, still being the heel. She's been good at being the heel. I just feel like she needs that little extra something. Putting her in that faction, boom. And have her just be kind of like the technician who's just gonna go out there. She always got the fucking 80s sunglasses.
I'm kind of getting the Four Horsewomen vibe, like the social outcast vibe, as in the best they're gonna be is in the group. And I feel like Emma can do a whole lot better on her own, that she doesn't need to be held back by being in the group.
Okay, well then give me
That's
another
like
name.
Tessa's still green.
Yeah.
Charlotte, she's a champ, obviously, but look at the numbers.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
still green as fuck. She's
Yeah.
only been there, what, almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Early on
She's
the
not
NXT
completely.
roster?
She's not completely.
She has
vetted.
just enough of the it factor to make her to where
Yeah.
she can be
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah.
Don't say Dana Brooke.
Well, the
No,
horseman,
say it.
the
No,
horseman,
say it. I dare you.
the horseman
I
had
dare you.
Luger. The horseman had Sid. They need some kind of steroids, and you don't want Nia Jax in the group. I told
no.
I sent the text message. Nia could be the heavy, and somebody's like, "Oh, because you used the word heavy."
No.
all of a sudden it's gonna be
I didn't say that she can't. I didn't say she can't be in the group. I said that she can't be the heavy. Oh god, that is so stupid. Like have her in the group, that's fine, but the heavy, come on, man. That was played out with Big E, and even then, it was like the first week I was done.
Who would you rather have, Nia Jax or Tamina in the group?
Or Dana Brooke.
We broke it. No. Give me a second.
Tamina,
Because she can't do any better.
right?
So you actually have Nia Jax having a better opportunity on her own than Tamina. You actually have Dana Brooke having a better opportunity on her own than with the
No,
group.
she definitely doesn't have a better
No,
opportunity
because
either way.
Dana Brooke won't be employed by the time this group comes around.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, we're trying to make a good group here. We're not trying to just have a group of throwaways.
Hey, if they're heels, who gives a fuck if we like them or not?
But they need to be good heels. If they're gonna,
They're wearing heels. That's enough. Except Nia, she'll break them.
We just got rid of the Diva division, right?
I didn't say
Yeah.
diva. I said they're wearing heels. The Bells wear heels. I think Lauren Ives does too. He's kind of short.
Saturday nights he wears heels. So
And Sunday morning if you pay enough. I mean,
listeners, answer HWR.
If
Tell
you
us
pay-
who you would say. Yes, she is. Who you would say would be in the real horsewomen?
Oh, it's right. Paige is
it's
second
not
generation.
like
She is.
a big flashy deal, but Paige is like second generation.
Yeah, she is.
But I think she would she be more part of that group, or like what we're saying, the rival group with Becky?
No, because the beef needs to be you guys were calling yourself the horsewomen, you're not really. And Paige isn't part of that. Paige needs to. Oh God, I'm going to throw up saying this. Paige needs to be more like Baron Corbin to be a lone wolf.
Ooh. Here, in your hat. Oh wait, the scalp. Oh wait, the puke. Oh wait, the scalp. Fuck.
You don't want to mess up his hair.
It'll make it grow more. Yeah.
Ciampa and Gargano against the Vaudevillains. Back to NXT.
I was tuning out of this match for some reason.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, they're back in NXT because that seems like that's what happens with everybody that's in a transitional
taping.
period.
The taping.
Yeah, that they're going to be in NXT for a little bit and they'll show up here and there, whatever, as like a mini boss or something. I'm fine with it. If that gives Ciampa and Gargano an extra little win that's high profile, quote unquote, I'm good with it.
Gargano, babyface in peril. Ciampa as a hot tag. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah,
That was really fun.
yeah, it was.
It sounded like the crowd was liveliest the most in this match
Mhm.
out of all the tapings that they chose for this match,
Okay.
for this week's episode. Corbin against Tucker Knight.
Don't give a fuck.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck. I
Okay.
don't like Corbin. I don't know who the fuck this other guy was.
Okay.
And that goes back to my taping schedule.
Oh, here we go.
You're telling me. You're
I
telling
don't
me.
think he likes it.
Somebody better get some goddamn popcorn and get comfy.
You're telling me you're recording this after WrestleMania. We're airing this after WrestleMania and everything happened.
Right.
So we're bragging about how Baron Corbin's on the main roster at WrestleMania, yet he's not out there with the trophy, even though he's been out there with the trophy the entire time.
And he's still on NXT. Why the fuck is he still on NXT? He's been this like 2 weeks now. He's been on the main roster.
Yeah.
The fuck that guy.
It wasn't gonna take that long.
Oh, wow.
I feel bad for Austin Aries.
That was kind of quick and dirty. Yeah. Why do you feel bad for Austin Aries?
Like he showed up in January at the NXT tapings. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Austin Aries! Yes, it can't get any better." 2 weeks later, who's Austin Aries? I want
That's
Nakamura
what I
shirts.
said on when we were messaging. Is like that crowd was fucking dead.
In general,
Was it that they were just tired?
Like
They were
Austin
gassed?
Aries came out and like no reaction. That's why you're saying about what you said earlier.
yeah.
Like I don't know. The crowd does look dead. I don't care where you're at.
I guess it just goes to show the power or non-power of TNA.
I don't know about that, dude. People
No.
had a hard on for Joe for months when he got there,
Okay.
and unless they paired him with Finn, he was getting the majority of the pops.
Okay.
We'll see next week with these next matches that they're going to air, because we got 3 more weeks of this Full Sail. I mean, this WrestleMania Access stuff, and commenters the commentary telling us this happened 3 weeks ago, and really this happened like
This is the same.
5
Not
weeks ago.
not to go on a big tangent or anything, but this is the same issue. It seems like it's been constant with NXT. You got this is pretty much. It's easy to say it's the hottest commodity right now. Is NXT.
Arguably, yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah, yeah.
But they do
I'd
the
argue
same-
Lucha Underground, but that's me.
Okay, well, for the big
Yeah,
leagues,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
big league
yeah.
stuff. They do the same thing after every big event they do. The week after the very next episode where you want to just capture every, just run with what you got. Clip show. The week after that, the week
Nice
after
point.
the week after that, you have Finn in a backstage interview talking about his victory. And then
2 weeks removed.
yeah, and then the same week you have Bailey. I think she got on the stick after that
Yeah.
and said something. But it's like 2 weeks later, and you're still not resolving everything. You're still like this taping schedule's got to change for NXT. You can't keep going like this.
This is, I don't want to say this in a negative light, but after watching Reality of Wrestling last Sunday, I would rather have Reality of Wrestling production quality with an NXT house show, just as long as it's fresh, compared to getting something nice and pretty done at TakeOver, at Access, just so it'll look pretty for 5 weeks and just have that in the can. Like, they're already doing house shows. Tape some fucking house shows. Carry this over.
Yeah.
You want the momentum from your takeovers to really build? Start taping some of this shit on the road.
It just seems like they
Like,
lose,
as it happens.
they just lose all, for me personally.
I know where you're coming from with
lose
that.
all their momentum, and it just drops. Like, I don't right now. What the fuck is Finn doing? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. He doesn't have a feud. He's the champ. He just defended his title.
I think Joe did a backstage interview also about something.
He's fighting Apollo next week,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
or this coming episode.
but Apollo's on the main roster.
Well, I guess we know who's going to win that. Yeah.
There you go. And it goes back to the whole. Where are they at? Are they in the main roster or in NXT? Where are they? You know, and
Yeah.
the taping schedule's got. I'm telling you, something's got to change with that.
Even for the SmackDown crowds, the people that like wrestling pretty much know that SmackDown is taped.
Yeah.
But they air it 2 days later. 2 days.
2
2 days. NXT, the majority of the fan base are fans that know that this shit is taped.
Yeah.
So you don't need
That's
to
smart fans.
You don't
Yeah,
need
smart.
to tell us, hey, he's recovering from a match that happened last week when it was actually taped 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do that to us.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, NXT is the show that you want to be doing fresh every
NXT
week.
is the show that you should be doing fan service to the IWC marquee super fucking, wrestling fans, because they're the ones that are watching it. This is not the show to cater to the Cena kids and to the casual viewers and the women who only tune in to see the half-naked dudes, and the dudes that tune in to see the half-naked dudes. This needs to be the show for wrestling fans. Your taping schedule, you're right, that does a disservice to the wrestling fans. And it insults their intelligence a little bit sometimes.
That's it for NXT.
All right. Does that mean we're going to take a break after this?
Now, yeah.
Okay. Well, before we go to break, Portia, you have like tons of notes over there. What were our peoples saying?
Okay, well, there's a question of who should be moved up to the main roster,
Nobody.
only based off the last NXT event.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Fuck the main roster at this point.
they're all the ones that are moved up right now. That's enough. We don't need any more moved up.
It's just fresh enough on Raw. Right
Yeah.
now. You don't need them. You don't.
And the
bring
best
more.
part is, some of the talents on Raw weren't going to get over on NXT. Apollo Crews, he's all right. I don't hate the guy. He has something to the table that's unique to him. But you put him in the ring against Finn Balor, against Samoa Joe, against Austin Aries, against Nakamura, it just doesn't fit.
If anything,
He fits on a main roster.
if anything, I would say bring some people over to NXT. Tyler Breeze, put him back.
Put them back.
Dolph Ziggler, put him over there. Make him do
Yeah.
something.
Put Axel back there. I loved Axel on
Yeah.
NXT.
Oh, that's a news thing right there. We can't.
We'll get
Oh yeah.
Why wasn't that a news section?
Why we forgot about it?
What do you mean?
Old Axel.
What about him?
He's
Suspended.
he's suspended.
It's Connor and Adam Rose, not Curtis
Oh,
Axel.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Axel Adam.
This is how old we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What else? Sounds like you had something else, Portia.
Oh yeah, to answer your HWR question about who would be the 4 horsewomen,
Uh-huh.
we have Ryan saying Tamina, Banks, Bailey, Charlotte.
I don't think Banks will fit in there. Banks needs to be on the other side, saying that.
She's
they were the horse. Yeah. But okay, who else? You said Banks. Who and who?
Tamina,
Bailey.
Banks, Bailey.
Bailey? No. Bailey needs to be a heel or a face for life. She should never, ever have a heel turn. If
Bailey-
anybody is going to be the John Cena of the women, it's going to be Bailey. But like a John Cena that everybody likes.
No.
She's face for life.
Bailey is going to be the Magnum TA to the Horsemen. Bailey's going to fight every single one of them one by one until she finally gets to Charlotte. And just as she's about to win the title, she gets raped by all 4 of them. And then Bailey has to make her own, like, Legion of Doom.
And then she gets in a
And
car
then-
accident and messes her foot up, and then she can't wrestle anymore.
Well, maybe not that literal.
She pops her shoulder out of place, hugging some fat kid. And then she
Oh.
gets toxic sock surgery while they try to pop it back in, and she can never wrestle again. Unless she wants to go one-handed suplexes.
Yeah, a half hug. A friend hug, not the full hug.
With the ass out and everything,
Yeah.
it's awkward.
Yeah.
They just embrace the erection.
What?
Anything else?
And then Dylan said replace Charlotte, because fuck her, apparently, and have Emma in there.
As the leader of the person.
Yeah, but again, you can't not have Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Is
the whole
having
point.
having a flair. And
Unless we have a special edition Raw with Maury Povich as the host, and we find out Ric Flair is not the father. Bang! Break.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Break.
Okay, break. When we come back, we'll talk about main roster WWE stuff. All right, YouTube people, you stay there. This is a break just for the podcast purposes over there. Yeah. I'm gonna go save the file. He's gonna get some more to drink. I'm probably gonna pee. He's gonna play on his phone.
no, I'm gonna give you some drink.
Oh, you're gonna get some. Yeah, it's hot in here. Our AC is out, so yeah, that's why we started late. So full disclosure there.
Yeah, our AC is out. We're gonna chip and help pay for this.
Your AC is
Oh,
out.
okay.
Here's
That
how you
was
pitch
quick.
in to help. You buy our merch.
Yes.
Yes.
Buy these lovely Houston Wrestling Radio.
Did we get a
Like,
sale?
see, model.
Did
Stick your guns out.
Did we get a sale on
Yeah.
Redbubble?
We did. Somebody bought a Bullet Bill shirt.
Sucker.
Don't know. But
He's got a
somebody-
box load of them in the car. You could have got him for cheap.
Actually, it would have been that much cheaper.
Oh, by the way, Aussie friend Dylan kind of wants to know, like, what the hell we've been through for the past 2 days with the weather.
Oh yeah. I was okay.
Well, we can't ask Travis because he wasn't here.
Yeah, he was on a
He
boat.
doesn't count.
I was literally surrounded by water, more than y'all people were.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
No, he was on a cruise
I'm
to
on a boat.
Mexico.
I'm on a boat.
How did it feel being surrounded by so many Mexicans?
I tell you,
Tell me.
I was
Tell me.
well petrified.
Because I'm made of stone.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sure that makes Nancy happy.
Yeah. I just
Apparently not. Yeah.
of all things to ask about on the cruise, how was it being surrounded by Mexicans?
You would think with so many wetbacks you'd have enough lubrication to get the job done, but no.
What? Well, I must have been doing something wrong. God damn.
So I guess your house was definitely not flooded.
Yes, yeah, everything's fine over here. Aside from the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first day back from the cruise. Oh, guess what? AC just went out. Fuck.
4 figures. That means we need to sell a lot of fucking shirts.
How was your apartment with the weathers?
Well, my apartment's high above the ground, but like the street, when you turn into it, it goes up. So my apartment, there was like nothing wrong. It's just when you want to get the fuck out and go live, there's this huge like community pool at the intersection of our street. And then the community pool out of I-10, and then the community pool out of Allen Parkway. Yesterday was awesome. It was like this huge ass like real life Mario Kart track where I literally on 45 I spun out.
Really? And your little he
I
has the itty bitty Scion IQ, by the way.
I spun out like a
a
fucking
Hot Wheel.
boss because I know how to drive. So as soon as I was completely facing the opposite direction, using the momentum is when I turned the steering wheel. So by the time I was facing back in my direction, I just went for it like I just slipped on a banana peel on the game and kept going. Like I fucking killed that shit. Somebody should have Instagrammed that, or Pinterested it, or Snapchatted it, or Facebook. I should have been on Channel 11.
X2-bit.
Xtube, yeah. It used to be Xtrick. I don't know why they changed the name. But still, kind of a big fucking deal. I felt good. I got to work on time just for the fuckers to tell me, we're closed. That's the only person at the building. And I had the shit bad.
Well, after this minute, I'm sure you did. This
So,
car
yeah, I
doubles as a
I
toilet.
raided a red box and just like sat home and drank and watched Peanuts movie Buzzed and drank some more. And what else did I read? Oh, dude, Batman Bad Blood. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah.
What'd you think of Batman Bad Blood?
It's alright.
Really?
I think I fell asleep through it.
What?
All the new DC animated movies, they kind of suck. Like, I'm not like a fan of any of them.
Ooh.
It's all style, no substance.
Ooh. Pop Culture Minute.
Yeah.
What do you think of Killing Joke getting rated R? Are you looking forward to Killing Joke?
That I'm looking forward to.
Why?
Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill coming back, if it is going to be rated R, then I'm just wondering how they're actually, or what detail they're going to go into with the
Batgirl scene.
There you go. There you go. You know where I'm going at.
Oh yeah, right between the thighs.
Oh my.
No.
But ever since they started with, well, let me
Justice
put it like
League
this.
Flashpoint.
Let me put it like this.
Uh-oh.
Flashpoint.
He's pointing
Paradox-
at me. Yeah.
Flashpoint Paradox set the bar really fucking high, and then they
Oh.
rebooted everything, obviously because of what it was.
Mhm.
And then I'm just not digging the whole anime style, new voice actors. No, they have some good fight scenes.
I like the Batman voice, and I kind of like the Green Lantern voice. I think that's it.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong, but I'm just saying that. I mean, there's some good fight
It's
scenes.
hard to live up to the good ones. Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern.
I thought the voice actor, I can't think of his name right now, who did Batman for Young Justice, I think he did a better job than what the movies are doing.
The only Joker that I liked besides Mark Hamill was whoever the fuck the old man in Red Hood. I liked his Joker. But I don't know if it's a combination of just his
Red
voice
Hood
and the-
was Joe DiMaggio, who did Bender.
That's probably why. There you go, Joe DiMaggio. Dude, I love Red Hood. Like I hold that up there.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing a live action with Jensen Ackles since he actually did the voice of Red Hood. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a fucking movie doing that.
Really? You think you can pull it off?
He's got the voice for it, obviously. And he can still go. Watch Supernatural. He can still go.
Yeah, I watched the Supernatural episode weeks ago with the wrestling one with the Miz or whatever.
Clearly.
Yeah, obviously. And then I had ulterior motives, this chick that's all into Supernatural shit. And the voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And when I watched the movie again, I was like, Jensen Ackles. I remember that. Yeah. I liked it. It was really good. It just,
You know why I was good? Because that was before the 52 reboot.
yeah. That's where
See
Tim
it there?
and
Sounds like a lot
Dini were
of
still in
students.
charge, right?
Huh?
Bruce Timm and Alan Dini were still doing the
Oh, they were at the time.
at that time.
They were still, I think, executive producers, but they weren't doing the animation. They weren't direct. They weren't. It was their
Producing.
style. Yeah.
The storyline had them written all over it, though. It was really well done. Good times.
Are we
Welcome back.
almost ready?
Grazie.
Oh, more junk.
Yep.
Love notes.
Yep. I gotta remember that. And that also happened this week.
What? PKF?
Push keep fire. What?
Wait, what?
I got that came up on Twitter.
Someone asked this, sir?
Yeah, that we should do that one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll introduce it. Who offered it?
Ryan.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Fuck it, go.
All right, guys, and we are back. Thank you so much for sticking through the commercial break. We very much appreciate it. Please take a moment to listen, well, after you're done listening to us, to listen to Pop Culture Rewind.
Yes.
You got anything new in the pipe?
I'm gonna try to bust out a new episode next week. Next week is April 26th, which if you're following anything, if you know the movie Alien, LV 426, Alien Day coming up.
Nice.
So we may have an episode or 2 or 3 or 4 episodes of Alien.
Holy fuck.
Nice.
So it's a work in progress, but
Yeah.
we're working on something right now.
And our friend Scott the Scott, his podcast is back up and running again because the Houston Dynamo are back at it again.
The fuck they are.
No?
They got anal raped 4-1 by the
Oh.
Galaxy on Friday night. It was horrendous.
Well, that answers my question. I was gonna say who's doing better than
They
Rockets.
they teased us. Like the Dynamo scored a goal within the first 2 minutes. Everybody lost their shit. The game was sold out.
Yeah.
By halftime, I think they were already down 3-1, and half the arena was gone.
Oof, that. So I'm sure Scott Hammer has some interesting things to say on his podcast, Stoppage Time with Hero and Hammer. So listen to them. Of course, back to Cast Request, Deep in the Horror. There's all kinds of podcasts out there that are friends with us. So support them. Continue to support us. We very much appreciate it.
Go to iTunes, leave us a rate and review. Please tell your friends. More reviews we get on iTunes, the more it jumps up.
It's easier for us to be searched.
It makes it easier for me to search. It moves us up in the ranks.
Yep.
Of iTunes.
'Cause
And
apparently there's more than one HWR out there.
Apparently.
fuck this guy.
But Travis,
And girl.
Ooh, Travis, you
Abel.
did a little thing this week. Ooh, I just kind of saw a notification on my phone that there was a thing now with the Googles or
The Googles?
thing. Or
Yes, the Googles. There's something.
We're on a new platform. What the hell's going on?
Well, I know you slept since.
He's eating
Yes, he's eaten since then.
I've done both
But
and
back
some other things.
at the same time.
months ago,
Long time ago.
Long. There was an option to submit your podcast for the new service that Google is rolling out for their Google Play service.
Mm-hmm.
Their Play Music service.
Okay.
Right now, it's kind of like iTunes, but for Google stuff.
For Android.
Yeah, for Android
Okay.
devices. And they finally got into the podcasting world of things. And from the time I submitted the links for both Pop Culture and us, this week it was finally made available.
You got fleas?
Yeah. Just got bit by one.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Right. Back.
Probably the heat in this place.
Yeah. So you did that for us and also for Pop Culture.
Sir,
Nice.
So what are you doing for him?
bitch.
Well,
You gonna fix his AC or what?
we'll figure it out.
You know a cousin or somebody, you got to.
I'm sure I do. So
up, man.
so
Goddamn.
basically,
You're taking loan on this motherfucker.
if you have an iPhone, you just download the podcast app and whatever, you can pull it off of iTunes. So this is basically the Android version of that. You just get the Android app for podcasts.
Yeah, if you have
and
an
then
Android,
boom, we're on there.
if you have Android, you have Google Play, and just do it. If you don't have the app for Play Music, just search it on the Play Store. You'll know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If it's not available right now on your mobile device, it's rolling out in stages. So
Nice.
if you can't find it on your phone, give it some time. But for right now, it's definitely on the PC and laptops. So like on the actual websites.
Okay, so aside from our website, going directly to Podbean, Stitcher, going directly to iTunes, and YouTube, now we have this on Android. So you guys have no excuse. Tell your friends. Everybody should be able to figure out a way to listen to us.
Unless you got flooded in. Then we can't really say anything.
Well, yeah. You don't have any electricity at the office or something. Yeah. Sorry, Randy. Sorry, Porsche. There.
SmackDown!
Okay, really? SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's where we're kicking it off.
Yeah.
Was SmackDown actually good this week?
Well, let me tell you three of the matches. We
Okay.
had AJ Styles against Alberto Del Rio.
And you know what? That was actually a pretty good match.
was
I liked it.
fucking
I
awesome.
very much enjoyed it. Probably my favorite match since involving Del Rio since he's been back.
Dude, that one spot off the top turnbuckle, it scared me. When it almost looked like a botch at first. But
Oh yeah. Oh.
it was like a reverse suplex
Yeah.
off of but the way AJ landed,
That was like an inverted DDT.
That's what I
off
was-
the rope.
Yeah.
It,
Dude.
oh.
it looked sick.
It was.
I got scared for a
nasty.
second for AJ. If it
Yeah.
wasn't tape, I mean, but still. But there was a couple things in the match that I've said this before. I hate.
Del Rio.
Well, yeah, him in period in just in general.
Mexicans.
But that move that he does, where his opponent is trapped upside down, and
He's
he's like,
trying to roll.
and they wait, they like hold themselves up and wait for him to get up and then drop
And
down.
stomp on him. Yeah.
AJ on 2 different occasions countered that beautifully.
Yeah.
And it looked real, it looked legit, and it looked smart. Like they weren't assaulting our intelligence.
Right.
So yeah, those 2 big things.
See, that was to successfully counter it. But if they were to, any other wrestlers fighting against Del Rio were to employ that, but still get hit with it in the sense that like, oh, I'm trying to escape out of it, and Del Rio just timed it perfectly where he actually stomped on me, then it'll make sense. But yeah, when they're just holding there and waiting for him, doesn't make sense. So I think some people can learn a thing or two from AJ.
Yeah, because he actually one of them he actually countered it. Like he was stepping outside the ring to go, and he stopped trying to get
He
out.
blocked him from getting in.
He grabbed his leg and he started pulling him back into the ring.
That was great.
Something
Yeah.
small but effective.
There's some details, man. Sometimes it's just the details.
It's like he's a
Match
professional.
of the
or
week
something.
candidate.
It's my match of the week candidate. It's the front runner for me for pick. Honestly, I
I'm
might
not
need
sure.
some convincing.
How about White 2J versus Sami Zayn?
I like that one too a lot. I felt like, excuse the pun, I felt like Sami Zayn was a little bit too ginger with a couple of his moves.
You motherfucker.
I know.
What the fuck you say?
Excuse the pun. He had a little bit of a light touch, especially with the thing where he jumps between the corner to do the DDT. Like, it felt like he just kind of took too much time to do it, you know?
You're looking a little too wet back there, sweat everywhere. You think about that? What do you think about that?
I didn't mean ginger in that sense.
Uh,
Like when you say, "Oh, he gingerly did this."
He did. He meant it.
Softly. How about that? I'll say softly.
yeah, soft. I got you soft right here. Okay.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah.
I say WFT.
How about Ambrose versus Owens?
That's really good too. I could be convinced, maybe for that one.
How about SmackDown the Revenging?
Huh?
I mean, Raw. This is why I want the fucking brand split, because this is the first time we've complained about this on the show. Like, okay, SmackDown didn't exist, then why the fuck are we having these matches again?
Yeah.
Like, literally, Shane walks out and makes the same match as like, oh my God, I had an epiphany. I turned on USA on Thursday, and I want to see that again, but I can't afford a DVR, so I'm gonna just make the matches right now. The same ones.
Yeah.
Good luck, fuckers.
Okay.
Defend that.
I can't defend it. I can't defend it at all.
I
I agree
could.
with you.
I could if they would at least show replays from SmackDown. Like, have the commentators say, hey, these guys just fought, you know.
Yeah. And not pretend like this is
Yeah.
the first time. Yeah.
Jericho walked in the ring after everybody else is already invading this like Bush League Ambrose Asylum. Jericho didn't even acknowledge that they had the match on SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
Owens walked in there. He didn't acknowledge the fact that him and Ambrose had this match on SmackDown.
It's almost like SmackDown's a house show. Or like practice for Raw.
Practice.
Practice. We talking about practice? Like, why? Why has SmackDown fallen? Since when? Like,
If anything, you think it would have gotten better with it going USA to be
yeah.
direct counterpart to Raw.
Yeah, I mean, especially, like, why would anybody tune into SmackDown? Why would anybody tune into Raw if they saw one before the other or whatever? You
Here's
know,
the theory.
like, if you saw SmackDown, you don't need to watch Raw. If you saw Raw, you don't need to watch SmackDown.
You asked the question, when did SmackDown fall?
Yeah.
Possibility, maybe when it left UPN.
Yes, when it went to cable. It's,
That was the whole selling point of SmackDown to me.
Yeah.
It was on network television.
it was the one that the
broadcast.
broke people got to
Yeah,
watch.
Broadcast network.
All the minorities,
Yeah.
which so many of them added up to a majority.
Next.
Somebody wanted
Okay.
to talk about the Shane intro on Raw, so
Okay.
somebody start talking about
All right,
it.
I will start talking about this.
The Shane what now?
I got to think here. Okay. Ambrose
Don't worry, it's
Asylum.
really small.
Yeah, don't worry. Ambrose Asylum. It happened, and it happened with Shane's blessing, quote unquote, on Raw last week,
Mhm.
and then on SmackDown, you know, Ambrose is out there on the commentary. Which, by the way, I like that with Ambrose and
Yeah, that
Kevin
was
Owens
good.
on commentary. That was good. But he was out there, you know, and still putting over the fact that, like, hey, this was Shane's idea. Shane was the one who gave it to me, and being kind of, you know, funny about it. So then here comes Raw, and he's out there again, and we have an actual legit Ambrose Asylum, and you know he's doing fairly well. You know, I kind of enjoyed the segment,
Yeah.
and
Until somebody fucks with the plan.
no, well, yeah, that's I thought that was funny. But my complaint that I was developing while I was watching it was, this is all Shane's doing. We're supposed to be getting Shane over as a good, competent general manager. This thing is good. So if Shane did it, why do we not see fucking Shane going out there and saying, hey, Dean, do this? Or after it's already done, hey, Dean, good job. This is exactly what I thought. You know what? Next week you're going to have another thing or whatever. Why do we not see Shane involved in this? Why is it only second or third hand information? And I was about to get very angry until Shane actually came out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Shane did kind of mention something about it.
30 seconds was all it took for it to right the wall.
Yeah, and it right at the wrong, and I was okay.
So is this complaint going to persist?
Hopefully not.
Also, that wasn't enough. That's just one time.
No. Unless they keep harping on, oh, it's Shane that did it, Shane that did it, Shane that did it.
Like Natty walking backstage and saying, by the way, Shane gave me a rematch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have my daddy in that corner.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. But if this was the end of it, I'm good.
Well, that happened after Shane came out.
Well, I meant with the Ambrose Asylum thing.
Okay.
If you want to transition to the Natty thing, okay.
Not really. It's
Okay.
Shane still making stuff when you're not seeing.
Not seeing Shane.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
exactly.
somewhat Shane related, but it also involves the Miz. From SmackDown, he had who do you have on SmackDown?
On Miz TV?
Yeah,
On SmackDown, I don't know.
God, I don't remember.
but he made a match on SmackDown, and then he tried to do the same thing again on Raw, which it made me mad on SmackDown, but on Raw when he did it, Shane McMahon came. Oh, it was Cesaro came out on Raw.
Yeah, on Raw.
Yeah, and then that's when Shane came out and he said, "No, this time, because League of Nations came out. No, because Miz was gonna say, here's your opponent, and then all League of Nations come out. And that's when Shane came out. So I liked how Shane got involved in that one, and that was kind of a callback, fix from SmackDown.
Yeah.
Which SmackDown.
Hold on a minute, play.
Pretty much. Yeah, and Shane's getting those moments too, where he's just coming out and making matches. But I mean,
Mhm.
it should be him and not Miz. And that's what
Right.
made me mad on SmackDown. Was Miz just said, I think it was Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder came out on SmackDown. Yeah, and then he said, you got to fight.
Now, going back to last week, the same complaint. Hell, it was the title of the episode, How We Got Here. I'm still irked by it. Because, again, going into Raw, before, Raw happened, of course, it was in the UK or whatever, via social media, hey, guess what? Shane's going to be in charge again. Yay! Like, oh, fucking fuck. Either shit or get off the pot. Say, you know what? Okay, Shane's in charge, and we're going to completely forget about WrestleMania. Or say, have Triple H come back and be like, bitch, you lost to Taker. Why the fuck are you here? Vince, what the hell are you thinking? And make it a thing. Come on, man. Like, I'm tired of this, like, wishy-washy, we're going to surprise you with Shane, and you're supposed to mark out with it. Bullshit.
You want continuity.
I want continuity. God damn it.
So if
Yes.
last week's episode was called How We Got Here, then
Yeah.
then tonight's episode is Where Are We Now?
Okay, good. Yeah, where are we now? We still have Shane. He's good. I'm liking what they're doing. There's some complaints here and there, but they still are ignoring the fact they lost to Taker, and Vince kind of half-assed said he's in charge. And now somebody who runs the fucking social media of fucking Raw is calling the shots and saying, hey, you know what? He did good on Twitter, so we're going to put him in charge again. Vince doesn't fucking use the Twitter machine. Travis, you have a point.
No, I was going to ask Chris, what do you think of the Shane McMahon situation? That's his take. What's your take?
Already moved on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like, okay.
I've already,
Like,
I accept the
like
fact.
I was butthurt the Monday after Mania. I was kind of lost. After that, it's like, okay.
And I think on this week's episode, I think it was a passing mention somewhere that he's got another chance. He's got another shot this week. That's it. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is where we're going.
Dude, fuck Shane.
Who's giving him these shots, though?
Fuck Shane. Cesaro in the ring with the sunglasses and the suit.
And they bubble
Done. And oh man, I'm done. I can't wait for Cesaro to lose to the Miz at Payback. But I'm accepting it. And I'm moving on. So that I can try to enjoy the rest of the show. God, that was an awesome segment. The Miz freezing, was like, I didn't like that punchline. Let me try again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna beat you at Payback. Wait. And then the bitch was like, take two. Like, that's what you're good for. Short and sweet. Perk up a little. Yeah. I love that segment.
Shit perk up funny.
Man.
It's all plastic.
It's a
It'll
goddamn
perk up and
Barbie
hit
doll.
like this.
It doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere.
She's perfect for Hollywood.
Yeah. That's about it.
Ah, okay. Let me turn on my
What-
Snapchat.
what
real
are you
quick.
doing
I've been
here?
waiting to do this
What?
all night.
Oh, what are you doing?
This portion, hold on.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
portion of Houston Wrestling Radio is sponsored by Bootio Cereal. Bootios!
Hey,
They make sure you ain't booted. There you go. Tag team tournaments, SmackDown and then SmackDown the Revenge League. What's our finals, Abel?
Our finals are the Vaudevillains versus Cass and Enzo. How you do?
On
I like it.
on the main roster.
On the main roster, which we saw at NXT. We've seen this particular match before.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
In a bingo hole, not in the arena.
Well, I
How
don't
you
know if
doing?
I call Full Sail Bingo Hall, but yeah,
I would.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it'll be a good showcase for them, and it'll liven up the tag team
Who's
division.
winning?
Well, villains.
That's a tricky question. Nancy asked me that. My wife asked me that.
Really?
She said, "Where do you think they're going with that?" I was like, "I don't know," because
Backpedal.
Hmm.
Nancy's actually intrigued with that?
she's
Oh.
asking me just.
Oh, it's just okay. I was
Something-
grasping for a straw there. Like,
Something happened to be on 6 feet in front of her,
Yeah.
so she just asked. Yeah.
No, because like, okay, Kaz and Enzo, they're great on on the microphone and everything, and they're funny, they're charismatic, and they get some good stuff in the ring. But call spade a spade, they're losers. Now you go to Vaudevillains.
dang.
Got
How you doing?
you're doing deep.
I'm doing.
Vaudevillains, former NXT tag champs.
Okay.
So who's the underdog and who's the likely outcome of this?
Well, here's why I
And does
was,
any of that count from NXT?
no, none of it counts. I don't
None of
think it does.
So even though we've seen
We've
Cassidy
seen it.
lose several times,
We've seen it.
okay.
It doesn't count. At least not on the main roster.
You mean I have to turn my brain off? And,
Yes.
And,
Yeah, you had to erase it.
Why?
Because that's how WWE is handling it. I don't know why. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I wish there was continuity between NXT and the main roster, but it seems like they just ignore shit.
Okay.
Once they're in the main roster, they hit the reset button.
Fine. Continuity in the main roster. Does this match even matter? Why?
I think
Because
I
it was
think I know your point.
because it was a tournament, and they're gonna find who the number one contenders are. They're gonna go up against the champs, and yeah, it matters because of that. Because they're putting importance on it, not because they just kind of threw it together. Because they had a way to get there.
As of last night's Raw, who is the hottest tag team on WWE television right now?
Cass and Enzo.
Wrong.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody care about the tag team tournament with Gallows and Anderson?
No. It's different because they're not going the route of a tag team with them. We're kind of jumping ahead of ourselves here. I think they're going to try to do more than just a tag team thing with them. This is something different. But we'll get to that. Hold on to that. Just
Okay.
hold on to it. Back to this. The reason why I'm saying Vaudevillains, so that we actually have a heel, quote unquote, heel team going up against face Budios. I can't see Cass and
I
Enzo.
can see the Dudley Boys interfering and causing.
Yes, that's the other part to that. The Dudley Boys and Cass and Enzo have been jaw-jacking with each other. I wouldn't be surprised, if they cost them
You
a
mean the
match.
Jobber Boys?
Yeah.
You're gonna care about a match between Cass and Enzo and the Jobber Boys?
No.
That misspell the name with the fucking Z?
No. I'm not going to care about that. It's going to suck, but that's my prediction.
Travis stroking the beard.
Goatee. He doesn't have a beard.
Very good.
Yeah.
Curb feelers. That's all.
What?
Actually, it's a
Curtain cleaners? What?
curtain cleaner. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Kaz and Enzo. How you doing?
Should have seen the lasers in the top. He just got it. Nice, late bloomers. These late bloomers. That's what happens when you breastfeed till you're 8. That's what happens. Abel, right here. Travis.
What are we asking this question?
Actually, I was lactose intolerant. I was never breastfed. I had that soy stuff when I was young. That's how you get this fucked up. Soy milk.
Almond milk.
I had almond
That
milk.
causes-
That's why he likes.
That's it right there.
That's why
actually
he's all
right
into nuts. Almond milk.
They call it almond milk because nobody will buy nut juice.
there. You did. You walked right in that store. You said, "Give me some nut juice, motherfucker."
Ah.
Give me some of that Trader Joe nut juice. Where's Joe at?
Then you got a little cardboard sign. You wrote "nut juice." Give me nut juice, and you stood on your knees and you open your mouth. And you said, "I want some nut juice."
Do I have to do anything with my hands, or is it just gonna come out naturally? Ah.
What were we talking about?
Soft. How you doing?
Tag teams. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. All right.
Fuck them all. Fucking
Okay.
copper belt, penny belt, whatever.
All right. Well, then let's get on to what you were trying to get
Anderson and Gallows.
to. Anderson and Gallows. The question coming out of Raw are we actually seeing a reformation of the Bullet Club, or did Gallows
Red
and
herring.
Yeah, there you go. Is it a red herring? Did Gallows and Anderson work alone, and AJ really doesn't want them to do that? Like, what's going to happen here?
Continuity, my man. I loved it.
Yeah.
That Roman Reigns called them out, that they actually attacked his cousin.
Yep. That was
the week
brilliant.
before. Loved it. I didn't put that together because I didn't care.
Because it's Usos. Who cares?
Yeah, only the
Really?
Cody.
None of y'all caught on that?
I don't care.
Not
It's
until
Usos.
he mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, that was his cousin. Okay, yeah.
So you can actually go two different routes.
Okay.
And this is the two big prediction theories, whatever I've been seeing everywhere is, okay, you got Roman and Usos. You have AJ and Gallows and
Anderson.
Anderson.
And that, yeah, wrong Anderson.
Mhm.
So,
Mr. Anderson.
So okay, so you can have these two guys going at it, or like just mentioned a second ago, a red herring. Maybe Gallows and Anderson are being too like friendly with AJ.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing stems. I think these theories are coming from the in-ring promo with Reigns and Styles, and then after the promo is over, out comes into and they attack, blindside attack Roman Reigns, and AJ was looking like, whoa,
Like,
hey.
oh crap.
Yeah.
You know.
And then he went, like I said, after the fact, he apologized. He said, I didn't know anything about that. Do you believe him? Or do you say he's just putting on an act? Or is this all an act from Gallows and Anderson towards AJ?
Yeah, like who's playing who here? That really adds a level of intrigue that I'm digging. I'm digging it a lot. Man, I don't really know how to predict it. I don't really know which way it's going to go. Because on the one hand, I don't think WWE will acquiesce to the marky marks out there and say, okay, yeah, we're gonna make the Bullet Club. Like I don't see WWE doing that because they've always been like, fuck what the IWC thinks. We're gonna do our own shit. So this kind of feels like WWE teasing us, like, oh, you want the Bullet Club? You want the Bullet Club? Fuck you! You're not getting the Bullet Club, and that's what's gonna happen. AJ's the face, and you bought it, you all bought it.
To be fair,
Okay.
there was a link on Facebook from WWE themselves.
Yes,
I shared
good
it on
point.
on our page.
There's a little video package of who these people are, and they covered everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a different era we're living in right now.
So
This
this is
is-
the Festus?
This isn't WWE from like,
You don't watch the Edge and Christian show, you'll get that.
yeah,
Okay.
this isn't WWE 5 years ago. 5 years ago they went out and done that. So
Which is funny because I just got done saying how they hit the reset button with NXT and they ignore what happens in NXT. But here with what they're doing with these guys, they're totally saying, hey, this is what they did in New Japan. Look at all this stuff, and oh my God, they were so cool over there. Why did this connect? Why did they do it for New Japan and not for
I
their
don't think they
own?
necessarily do.
No.
Look at Emma. Emma's a perfect case. They say every single time she comes out on Raw or on SmackDown, she's like, it didn't work out for the first time. She went back down to NXT. She did her thing. Now she's back over here. She redefined herself in NXT. Now she's
Okay.
back over here.
Good
So
point.
they're not necessarily disconnecting themselves from NXT.
Okay.
They want those Japan Network subscriptions, and
Points
they got
for us.
a lot of NXT talent that from Japan that are going to this Hawaii show, and they're looking to go into Japan again in the summer. You don't want to insinuate that the Japanese fans don't know squat, and we're supposed to forget that AJ and the Bullet Club
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah. You can insult the Americans' intelligence because let's face it, there's not a whole lot there to insult. But you try to
Half of them
insult.
want to vote for fucking Trump
Yeah. Try to. You can't really insult the Japanese intelligence because let's face it.
because they bombed us.
What? It's the other way around.
Pearl Harbor, they bombed us.
Well, but then we bombed them
Yeah, but
with
they got us
the
first.
bigger bomb.
They got us first.
Like,
Dick.
that's
That's a transition. There you go.
Yes, that's true.
what's that transitioning into?
Not a goddamn thing. Lots of viewers. That's
That's what it is. We just insulted everybody. I'm sorry.
Do you want to nominate anything from Raw this match of the week from the reboots? Was Sami Zayn versus Y2J better on Raw than on SmackDown?
I don't know.
I'm getting the two men.
They're blurring together.
How about Owens and Ambrose. Was the main event on Raw better than the match they had on SmackDown?
I think the one on SmackDown on that one was better.
I'm gonna say SmackDown just because I was losing it by the end of Raw.
I
By
was saying this over-
9:15, I was already checking out.
Exactly. I was the same way. I mean, dude, we've been complaining about this for fucking eons now. Raw is too goddamn long. It's just too
You're
long.
basically watching Spider-Man 3 every week. That's how
Oh.
long the show is. And most of it is Spider-Man 3 bad.
Ugh.
Oh, shit.
I can't do it much more, Captain.
Let Travis just made.
No, it was
Is that too real,
no,
Travis?
it was me just throwing up my mouth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just waiting for somebody to walk down that ramp like this.
They're all soft.
Well, after 3 hours, yeah, you should. If not, you should call a doctor.
I might be in the minority. Cruz should have lost.
Who do
What
you
the hell you say?
Who do you fight?
Social Outcast. There was a promo before during the break or before Raw that the Social Outcast walked up to Apollo Crews because they're looking for a fourth because one's a druggie. So they offered Cruz a spot.
And who'd have thought
And
it'd
they-
be Adam Rose?
I know, such a sad story from E60, and he winds up being the addict. So they
No,
offered.
he needs no. They need to work with that, and when he comes back from the suspension, bring back the Adam Rose character from NXT. Except now it's not so PG. It's a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
like
telling
it.
you.
They
It's
wanted,
there.
they wanted to recruit the Cruise missile. But Cruz was like, no, I don't want to be a part of it. Or cruise control or whatever they called it. He said, you have to beat me first.
Uh-huh.
This is a situation like I mentioned a few weeks ago. The Social Outcast, the group, the sum is more valuable than the parts.
Okay.
Rose isn't going anywhere more than what he could be with the Outcasts. Same thing with Axel right now. Same thing with the other two guys. I've asked this before redundantly. What's an Apollo Crews?
We don't know yet.
He had more charisma in that interaction
Interacting
with the
with them.
Social Outcast, playing with them, the stupid nicknames, than he has had his entire NXT run.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not a
Yeah,
lot.
you're
But
right.
you learn more from Apollo Crews than just him smiling and being black on being with the Social Outcasts this
I don't
entire
know. I learned a
time.
lot from that.
Oh, Lord.
How you doing?
What, if his black is white? Look, Apollo. Apollo. I wanted to see Apollo in this fucking group.
Okay.
It made sense. At least run with it a little side mission for 2 months. Have him not want to be in it, and he slowly starts becoming friends. He starts getting outnumbered in matches,
And then he becomes the
Outcast
leader.
saves him. Fuck it, something.
Yeah.
Like I just talking about these scenarios makes me more interested in Apollo Crews.
He
than I
becomes
have
the
this entire
leader.
time.
Heath Slater gets jealous. Then they have like a Farouk Rock thing back and forth. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
you do it.
Don't spit
Don't
out.
you do it.
You swallow that.
Real men
You better.
swallow.
Yeah, you sure do. Yeah.
SAWFT1. Okay.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. Too bad it didn't happen. So, oh well, that's just gonna stay in the realm of fantasy.
Yeah, you bitch.
Travis,
What?
who's the fourth
Fourth what?
for the Social
I don't
Outcast?
give a
There
fuck.
isn't.
I hate that fucking group.
There
Get the
isn't.
fuck out of here.
Oh God,
There's not a fourth
really?
until what's he gets.
Breeze? You would put Breeze in there?
Oh yeah.
Again.
No.
Again.
No.
I don't know.
No.
As fucked up as he's
The
just
social
now on Raw.
outcasts are such a black hole of like nothing. Like they could be awesome, but they ain't gonna be awesome. They're not gonna do anything with them because the way WWE views them is their Job Squad 2.0. And you know, let's just kind of toss them in there, give them something to do. That's our undercard, and bleh. That's it. Bleh. They could do something if there was a better creative force behind them that actually cared about them and nurtured the undercard and nurtured the jobbers and said, you know what, we're going to make everybody top to bottom on the card awesome. If that was the case, then yeah, I'd be like, sure, fuck it. Yeah, do it. But that's not how WWE operates. WWE nurtures the main event, sometimes the mid card. Undercard, fuck you. You're the undercard. And that's it.
Sometimes the mid cards.
Sometimes the mid card. Not even all the time.
Where
Very
was
sometimes.
where was
What? Spit it out.
Kalisto,
Kalisto.
our U.S. champ?
I don't know.
Where was he
He's
on
on my
Raw?
A. And that's why I said sometimes. Because the majority of the time he would fuck over your mid card. Where is Kalisto? I don't know. I don't know.
When is it?
Do you know where Kalisto is?
Is
Did he
it?
get injured last week?
No.
Well, he got injured. Remember the whole thing where he fell out of the ring and he hit his head?
He has a non-title match with Ryback coming up on this episode of SmackDown.
I thought I heard somewhere that AJ Styles was going to fight for the title.
Really?
I thought I saw that
I
somewhere.
like that.
Maybe I dreamed that up somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe he did.
I don't know where.
Motion sickness from the
Maybe.
Pope.
Maybe.
Did you get motion sickness on the cruise? No? Okay.
If you would have got motion sickness while you were fucking on the cruise, that's like Inception.
Oh my.
That's man.
You got rocked by the boat while you were rocking the boat.
That's it for us, man. Fuck it. That's it.
We done?
WWE. We ran through everything already.
Wow. Okay, Portia, tell us what the peoples are saying.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was mentioned last week or it just happened, but I don't know. Bray was injured.
Yeah, he hurt himself again.
Yeah. Did we say anything about that?
No.
We
No?
mentioned it last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh,
You
poor
don't
Bray.
remember things.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I forgot more stuff about wrestling than you.
Somebody
I forgot how
nominated-
that goes.
Somebody nominated a Push Keep Fire for us.
Yes, on Twitter yesterday, day before, something like that. Our friend Ryan Hillier, he nominated Push Keep Fire because he was just tweeting about stuff. Oh, actually, it was during Raw. And he said, "Hey, how about this for Push Keep Fire? Ambrose, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn." That's a tough one, huh? That's what he said. That's pretty difficult. So, listeners, for next week,
We're running with this.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, we're right. Listeners,
I thought we were just going to do it real quick.
No.
no, save it, because I need time. Listeners, go to our Facebook page. We'll post up a thing. You could do comments on there. Push Keep Fire between Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Who do you push for? Well, they're all already on the main roster. Push for, I don't know, a title run or something. Who do you just kind of keep around? Who do you fire or demote back to NXT?
Oh,
No, you fire.
Fire?
Gone.
Fire him? Gone?
Puñetas.
Fuera.
Fucker. Yeah.
Okay, fire. Ooh, this is interesting because our last few Push Keep Fires have been more like fire everybody, but this one might be a push everybody.
Don't give them ideas.
Well, maybe.
I could already tell if one of them's gonna get fired.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna hurt Bacon's heart.
oh, sizzle.
Yeah.
All right. Or if you want to do it, nice. If you want to do it on the Twitter machine, just make sure you use the hashtag PushKeepFire. If you don't, we won't see it. And if we do see it without it, we will make fun of you on air.
We'll probably forget to post this anyway, so don't even worry about it.
Fuck you, Chris.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Portia, remember to post it.
I already did.
Okay, thank you.
Shout out to Rob Medlin. He
Rob
called me a friend over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah, we all know I ain't got no fucking friends. But I wound up going to record store day at Cactus.
Yeah?
And he called me out. I was like, hey, you're Chris from Eastern Wrestling Radio. I was like, hey, you must not have a fucking life if you think I'm popular. Fuck. He wanted me to pass the word around to you other unpopular fucks.
Okay.
Push Del Rio for fuck's sake.
Push Del Rio?
Yes.
No. The fuck is wrong with this guy? Push Del Rio. Push him off a cliff.
Push him off a cliff.
No,
Defend that.
don't push him off a cliff. Push him.
In front of a car.
No.
Hardworking
No.
Mexicans will land
No.
on their feet
No.
like cats if you push them off stuff.
Push him across the border. Put him back in AAA. Let him be the mega champion for a little bit. Let him be with his
Again?
people. Yeah, why not? Push him across the border.
Yeah. Boy.
So yeah, just wanted to air that out.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. See?
Any other shout outs for people that think they know us?
Well, we have one of our passed me a note here. Dylan was asking if we were going to be on WrestleThon. I am going to be on WrestleThon. These two fucks aren't.
I'm still a maybe. I kind of want to go. Just I've got stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta
Good
handle.
stuff. So, yes, I'll be there Friday night. I'm not sure exactly what time I'll get there. I'm gonna have to check the schedule because there's actually a schedule this year. But I think I'm arriving.
Bet no one's gonna follow it.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm thinking I'm gonna get there like around 6-ish. But like I said, I got to double check. So yes, Friday night I'll be there.
If there's an Uber, he's taking that fucking Uber.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the graveyard shift with Aaron from Awesome AG Designs, also from Deep in the Horror Texas podcast. He and I will do the midnight shift. 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Saturday night into Sunday morning. So, oofda. Me and him, we did that last year at WrestleCon too, and it was fun. And he challenged me to do it again this year. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So the overnight shift.
He's easily susceptible to peer pressure.
I am.
That's how I got him to WrestleMania the first time.
I'm a people pleaser. What can I say?
We
So
got a
yes,
lot of work to do.
WrestleThon, for anybody that is uninitiated or doesn't know, it is a charitable event that's been organized by our friend of the show, Jake Wilco. Basically, what it is a 48-hour stream on twitch.tv where they play wrestling video games in order to raise money for a charity called Child's Play Charity. Now, what that charity does is they buy toys and video games and stuff for hospitals, children's hospitals, for the kids there, that they can play stuff if they're in the hospital for an extended period of stay. So it's a pretty cool organization, and Jake's done really good over the last couple of years getting it all together. We are going to have sponsorships from WWE 2K games themselves. They're actually sponsoring. Funko sponsored and gave.
Get to the beer.
We're gonna maybe drink some beer there. I don't know. There's I don't.
You know who you're talking to, right?
But there's gonna be giveaways because we have Funko actually sponsoring us. There's gonna be Funko Pops to give away. A lot of other different volunteers are bringing some stuff. We're gonna be bringing some stuff. I'm thinking some of the extra leftover Sting posters that we got from WrestleMania weekend. I'm gonna try to get Lucha Underground posters and comic books from. When we went to Austin.
Got a couple.
So there will be some HWR giveaways there. And
you can unload a couple of your Bullet Bill shirts.
I might be able to, or the HWR shirt as well. No. This coming from the guy that didn't pay for all this shit.
Says the guy that paid to have the Bullet Bill design done in the first place.
That's true. You were the one who came up with the design. Or the idea for the design, and then
I came up with the design. I had like bone stock little doodles because I can't draw for shit.
And Aaron can. So
Aaron.
All right.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
We got a.
Oh shit! Somebody else died.
A comment for our Ask HWR of what would you do with TNA if you bought the company? Like,
All
what
right.
would you do if you bought TNA?
All right.
I guess.
Who's it coming from?
Jamel Lewis.
Jamel. Yeah, that's just Jamel.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is assuming you have a lot of money. First,
It's TNA. You don't need that much money.
First, I'm giving Russo and it says Corny, but I think maybe Cornette.
Cornette.
Yeah. Cornette blank checks to stop acting like 12-year-olds. Second, I'm rating Global Force Wrestling NXT.
Okay.
I don't know if you can rate NXT, but
Yeah.
third, I'm going to do a crossover pay-per-view with Lucha Underground with their production.
Okay.
Fourth,
That's gonna take a lot of money.
I'm going to Viacom to see if I can get a Monday night slot from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. to fight that sideshow from up north. Fifth,
Okay.
I raid ROH New Japan.
Okay. More raids. Got ya.
Sixth, figure out what Lesnar's contract looks like. Offer him and Heyman 20% more and partial ownership for Goldberg.
Wait, Goldberg. What?
And
Goldberg-esque.
Jamel, you need to send whatever some of that stuff is you're smoking over here. I know 420 is tomorrow
he's not done.
or today,
He's not
depending on who's listening to the show.
He's not done.
I've been working for 12 years in banking and I've never been piss tested. So I want to enjoy whatever TNA is left. So if that's what it takes, my P.O. box is 3674. Do it through FedEx because they're drug dealers and they don't even know. And make sure it has a cool name so that I can brag about it on Snapchat on what it is. Like, oh, hey, it's fucking Nemesis Prime. Oh, Nemesis Prime. I know what that is. Yeah.
Purple Roman Reigns.
Maui Wowie.
What's the
Mr. Sunshine.
what's the Universal Transformers greeting?
What a weeder.
We must be delirious as fuck in the seat in here.
Chris, he's not done. Continue, Travis.
Shit! Keep going.
I told you. I said like.
He said it like 15 times.
Yeah.
Raid the Raid Company.
Raid. Continue, Travis.
7th, get good old JR in the building.
Oh God.
We have some answers for who's your 4 horsewomen.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, stop the madness.
No, not from the same guy.
No,
Different one.
I don't
different-
care. We need to acknowledge that list. 80% of that list is stuff TNA has already tried to do and failed miserably. Exhibit A. They had
Hogan.
no.
No.
Exhibit A. They had Kazuchika Okada wearing a mask by Samoa Joe's side, not realizing what Okada could be. Currently, the former IWGP champion.
They had Mil Muertes in a mask.
Well, he did it.
Well, he was also in a mask at the same time. Yeah. That was a dumb mask.
Can you believe that Bill Morton's in a mask?
Ooh. Off the top of your head, can you name as many people that TNA got from all the other big companies and how far they got? How far did they get them? Like
Christian.
Okay.
Punk.
Who else? Who else? Just start spitting out names like Tourette's, wrestling Tourette's.
Flair.
Scott Steiner,
Hogan.
Scott Hall,
Booker.
Kevin Nash,
I'm sure there's more.
Angle,
Oh, that guy.
Shane Helms.
Jeff Hardy,
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy. Yeah. Oh, the little one. That's all their friends.
Shane Helms,
No, the little one.
Shane
Shannon
Shane
Moore.
Helms? Shannon Moore. Thank you.
Prince of Punk. Yeah.
Yeah. The Brian Kendrick. He was in TNA, right? For a little bit?
Yeah.
For a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
who else?
Luke Gallows.
Ken Shamrock,
Oh,
Ron Killings.
No, Killings is the other way around.
Yeah.
Killings was in TNA.
Well, no.
Oh, Kid Quick,
Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, my God.
New Age Outlaws. They were in TNA.
Oh,
Voodoo King
BKM.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Who else? Keep going. This is
Oh,
awesome.
jeez.
Go. I got him already.
Yeah.
Sting,
Sting.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley,
The whole main event Mafia.
I think we ran through all of those.
Taz.
Taz. Tanae.
What
Fuck
company?
TNA.
Oh, they're announcer now. Fuck
Josh Matthews,
Matthews.
Pope.
Pope. Yeah.
Who else?
But you could say he did better. What's the point of all this? Because some of these.
No, because he wants to raid 8 or 9 different world and galaxies worth of wrestling.
Yeah.
If TNA already did that and they didn't know what to do with them, what makes you think?
Rating. Your point is rating isn't going to do the thing. You need to
Rating,
make your
yeah.
own homegrown talent. The best thing about TNA was their own homegrown talent.
But they're doing that. Right
Although I was about to say like Samoa Joe, but Joe was one rated from ROH.
There you go. All right, then Austin Aries,
Austin
AJ
Aries,
Styles,
AJ Styles,
Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin,
Cass.
Jerry Lynn,
Was
this is
Nigel?
really-
Nigel.
Nigel
Nigel.
McGuinness.
Okay. Well, this is gonna get a whole new fucking conversation here. But
Almost
some
their
of these-
entire fucking roster, like everybody except EY.
And Rude.
Yeah.
So
And
rating.
even
Okay,
then-
rating.
Even
And
then, they had like fucking tryout matches.
And-
dark
okay,
matches
so you
in
wanna-
WWE.
that whole list, and now you want to try Lesnar. You want to try Goldberg.
Al Snow. There's yet another one.
Tommy
Tommy
Dreamer.
Dreamer.
RVD.
all the ECW guys.
Okay, rating.
1997 ECW roster.
What the fuck?
Balls Mahoney.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So you want to try the rating? Good fucking luck.
Travis, anything else, sir?
Go on to the 4 horsewomen, my friend. I think. Thank you for listening. We'll love to read your opinion next week. We'd love to read your negative review on iTunes. It doesn't matter. We still get pushed up anyway, as long as you say something.
That's not true.
No, it's not true. But oh well, I'm sorry. Oh well.
Chris,
I'm sorry.
shut up. Quit alienating our listeners now.
Why? We alienate each other. Let's make them feel like they're part of the show.
Travis, go.
Okay. Who would be your 4 horsewomen? Aaron Garcia says Molly Holly.
What?
Don't even continue with his list.
It gets better. They're like what? Sensational Sherry, Sensational Sherry, Victoria, and Ivory.
Hey, Victoria and Ivory's still alive.
I'm not sure if was this worded the same way, the same concept that we were
It
trying to-
says who would be your full horseman. So this needs to be revised.
that doesn't need to be revised.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Because Cody Young, oh, he says,
Oh, here we
He
go.
says-
Fucking Doomsday over
he
here.
says,
He
no.
says Shakira Del Monte, Bananco,
And Twerkules.
and Monsoon Banana Company.
She says, first one on his list, Fabulous Moolah. Sasha Banks, Awesome Kong, Victoria.
We have.
We
I'm
need
sorry.
to do their
I'm sorry. We have to have a big bitch in this group.
You're taller than me.
No, I mean, you're the me.
Yeah, that needs to be revised on our
Oh my God.
That's not the
That's what happens when one of the three of us don't post it, because we kind of know what we're doing when we remember.
I wouldn't
When
go
we
there.
remember.
Oh, come on, Chris.
When we remember.
regardless. Yeah, that needs to be because they're just I guess they're thinking
Like if you just pull
Just
out
random.
like of all
yeah,
time.
see,
Of all time.
yeah, the concept more is like, you know, if
Have
you
to
were
be
to have-
alive.
yeah, if you were to do it now,
Yeah.
you know, and work a stable where you basically have Charlotte and Tessa Blanchard going up against the quote unquote four horsewomen that we already have established, who would you pick as your other two, basically?
The outsider would be Evilise.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Are we done?
I think I lost like 6 or 7 pounds out here in the sauna.
Yeah. All right.
Cocina Studios is cooking tonight.
Yes.
Extra crispy. Are you ready to kick us out?
Yes.
Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Balls. What a memoriam for Mahoney.
Okay, say bye everybody.
I got big balls. You got big balls. But we've got the biggest balls of them all. There you go.
All right.
Dude, they fired Brian Johnson. They fired him
Wait, who?
to replace him with Axl Rose, AC/DC.
Oh yeah.
They fired the motherfucker out of laziness. I knew that the deaf thing wasn't it.
Did you hear Axl Rose singing with AC/DC?
Yeah, and Coachella. Woo! Whole lot of Rosie. There's potential.
There is.
To-
He's
to
got
pay
the same
500
raspy. He's got the same raspy. Yeah. And then also saw the Guns N' Roses on Coachella too.
Dude, yeah, it's legit so far.
I saw that. I
At
was like,
$250 a ticket? Nah. Especially they're gonna probably bump it up another $300 if it's gonna be fucking AC/DC with what's his face?
Yeah.
Axl? It's gonna be expensive as fuck. I can't sell enough blood and semen to go
I
there.
wouldn't mind if that was like if they made it like a DVD or something.
Yeah, or a live CD.
A live CD, yeah, with a DVD copy or something like that.
It's easier for AC/DC because, like, I'm an audiophile. I've got almost every live Metallica show that they offered for sale for the last like 8 or 9 years. They vary their set list every single show. AC/DC has the same set list for every tour that they do, like the same 12 or 13 songs. They play that for that 6 months that they're on the road. So it's not a lot more for Axl to actually memorize, especially if he already knows most of the songs because he's been around that long. So I'm curious.
And he looks good too. Like he just put on some weight, but I mean he looks good. Axl.
He actually looked a lot better than he did when he returned, quote unquote, at the Video Music Awards, like in 2006, 2004.
I'm trying to black out that whole time.
Buckethead on lead guitar. Oh no, I can't put that out. That was awesome.
Because the Heat. I'm gonna forgive you mentioning that name.
Buckethead?
Yeah,
Okay.
Buckethead's a guitarist that
Yeah,
plays with
I
a bucket
know
of
who he
cheese.
is.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
You know who he is? Yeah.
Play Guitar Hero. No, but what do you got against Buckethead?
Travis, what do you have against Buckethead?
The fact that you can call him a former member of Guns N' Roses.
Oh, is that what it is?
Hater. Bye.